So why is letting go so important? Think about it. These are apples. So this is an Arkansas black apple, very much in season right now. This apple belongs to the same family of apples as this one, but they're very different, aren't they? But they all go through the same life cycle, which is creation and more creation. And each of these apples becomes, each of them a separate apple, each one distinct from the other one. No two apples look alike, but they're still apples. Same with human beings. We are all the same species. We don't look, none of us look alike, and none of us are here for the exact same reason. We all came here and are here for different reasons, but I do believe, I do think that the reason why we're here actually is to find the essence of who we are. It's like a game. It's like a game being played on us. Have you ever had a jigsaw puzzle and you couldn't find one missing link at the end, just one? That jigsaw is not complete, and you might be going really getting frustrated because you cannot find that one missing link. It's the same when we do not show up as who we are. Everyone else gets distracted and realizes there's a missing link, and we know that you are missing. So it's important to really acknowledge that there are no mistakes in life. The universe didn't just throw us here just willy-nilly, just because it wanted to create life again. I don't think there's any destruction or creation. I think there's just a change of form, because we're all little balls of energy. So this apple has a different energy from me, but when I partake of it through juicing it or eating of it, and I put it inside of me, this apple now becomes a part of me. Did the apple die? No, no, no. There is no death. The apple did not die. It simply was transformed into another form, either as a juice to now become part of me, or maybe I mashed it, or maybe I just ate it as it is. And so with my mouth and my saliva, I created a ball in it and I chewed it up. And now it becomes part of whatever part of my body that needs the nutrients the most. And then I secrete the waste from it, which then goes into the earth. And then that feeds the soil and many different bacteria in there and different insects. So you see, the same energy never died. It just keeps changing the form. And then the worms in the ground and the bacteria create a really abundant soil and a fertile soil if left alone, and if us humans do not come in and interfere. And then that allows a tree to start growing, or maybe a bird dropped a seed there, and so a plant starts sprouting up, and before you know it, there's a plant which will eat again, and the whole process starts over. Or there's a tree from which so many other living beings will take refuge. And yet we think things die. No, they don't. It's just an illusion. All we do is change form. There's no creation, there's no destruction. And they're both sides of the same coin. We're just changing form. That's all. It's interesting because we will celebrate birth, but we do not celebrate death. But think about it, though. When a baby is born, a human being is born, it just died to the spirit world. It had to change form and become this dense form in order to be able to be in the physical world. When it transitions back into the spirit world, from whence it came originally, from the physical world, we all mourn. And we believe there's a big loss, but it's not a loss. We all go through this process of renewing ourselves, and our forms keep changing. So might I ask you to please ponder this, and I recommend reading the Tibetan book of Living and Dying. And Elizabeth Kubler-Ross also wrote a book which I think is really important. I think the name is Living and Dying as well, or Life and Death, or I don't recall the name, but please look it up. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. And also look up the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying. It's a big, thick, fat book, so you'll need time to read it. So instead of watching TV so much, or instead of being on social media and creating more havoc or chaos there, do read these books. I think when you begin to see yourself in this light, it will make a tremendous difference. And you begin to realize you're not some small, inadequate, uh, nobody. I hear people call themselves nobody, and that is so heartbreaking. There's no such thing as a nobody. We just keep changing our forms, and each form is as important as the next one because each one feeds the other one and gives birth to the other one. So please take some time for yourself to discover who you truly are. And I think we came here really to discover the essence of ourselves. And when we do so, the love unfurls and unfolds. So take some time for you. Until the next time, be